Hi investors, my name is Bhuvan Prashanth and this is my product AeroShell. Now, what is AeroShell? It's a solid state morphing exoskeleton that uses nitinol and thermal energy to close up and open to protect satellites up in space. To say that in an easier way, it's a shell that protects satellites that also provides so much area to put all electronics and solar panels inside. Now, this is a prototype for AeroShell. I know it's small, but that's the whole point. When you open it up, it becomes pretty big, a 10-to-1 volumetric expansion ratio, which is way more than enough, and way more than pre-existing ones that are like 3-to-1 or 4-to-1, and it's mathematically optimized Miura flasher design. Now, this is going to be a great market. Space is the next big thing. With SpaceX IPO release, the Earth's being like, resources are being deprived, space is going to be our next best place. Now, for the target market and customers, this is just going to be anyone in high enough jobs so that they can make big decisions. Swift shifting from legacy systems to commercially available products is going to be a big change. I understand that, which is why the people need to have a willing personality. They need to be trustable, like they need to trust new products. They need to be able to adopt new technologies, be a techie, and they could be any age, any gender, anywhere, because aerospace space exists all around the world. This is a target customer, and the motivation for the customer is just going to be ease of use. Instead of designing the shell for the product, they can design the heart, the brains of the operation, their own satellite. We will make sure that they have enough room to do what they do, and that it can get up safely and sound. Now, the market is actually growing quite a bit. In the next 4 years, it's projected to reach $32.1 billion. And that's quite a bit, honestly. And we have a severe competitive edge. Now, there are pre-existing shells, but they're either $500,000 so expensive to legacy. And these shells, all shells existing right now, have hinges and screws that are incredibly prone to failure, and that's what we're trying to solve. We're trying to make sure that nothing happens to the satellite that's up there, because we know that they've put hard work and effort into every single satellite they built. And on the other end of the spectrum, there's low DIY startups that cost $20,000, and they're just not like trustable or reliable enough, and they're pretty inconsistent with their launches. Our pricing is right in the middle, $120,000. And the strategy behind this is that we don't want to be too low or too high. We'd rather be on the low side because we want more people to afford this. Like weather stations, radio stations, anyone who wants to get a satellite up into space should be able to get a satellite up into space with AeroShell. Now, distribution is going to be our main part, right? So we aren't the type of business where you'd use media like advertisements or reels or posters. Like that wouldn't be the best way to sell this because this is such a niche product and it's discussed amongst the highest of the high people. Like they have to be at a really high level at the company they're working at if they're willing to make the switch and move to the decision. So word of mouth is going to be our best bet. So going to symposiums, going to live demos, all of that, and actually getting to meet the engineers making these decisions is going to be key. We're also going to partner with schools like MIT and Caltech that actually have satellite programs. This will help because we can get information from them by actually prototyping and testing by going up. And this is part of our timeline where we start with this in the industries and symposiums, then we move on to schools, then we publish those flight logs and we publish all the data we collect from those schools, and then that'll be enough to convince people to actually buy the product. Here's a business card, because business cards would actually be the best way, because if you're saying word of mouth, right, you're explaining all the benefits by just influencing one person. They hand a business card and it's done. And yeah, that's AeroShell. Thank you.